After Labor Day, we headed to the Cedar Falls, Waterloo, Iowa area. We had booked a campsite at George Wyth Memorial State Park for the week, and we had a blast. First of all, the state park was amazing. There are 4 lakes in this park, and you can drive, bike, hike, or even paddle to all of them. The Cedar River also ran through the park. The park had numerous hiking and mountain biking trails, and the Cedar Valley Bike Trail ran through the park as well. This park was not short of activities and scenery, that's for sure. We checked out downtown Cedar Falls a couple times on this trip. It's got a bustling main street that curves through downtown. They have some neat shops and breweries, as well as a few different restaurants. It seemed like a really interesting town. We also checked out some of the historic buildings they had on the river, just outside of downtown. There was an old filling station that had visitor information inside of it. There was also a little red schoolhouse and an ice house museum, which showcases the history of ice harvesting on the Cedar River. Unfortunately, we were not able to visit this museum. While in the Cedar Falls area, we enjoyed delicious ice cream at the Cedar City Creamery. The lemon cheesecake bar flavor was so good, we came back for more. We also tried beers and ate some nachos at Single Speed Brewery in downtown Cedar Falls. They had a pretty killer deal of 2 beers and a big plate of nachos for $20. We couldn't pass it up. We shared a burger and fries for dinner at the Horny Toad American restaurant. It was good. Don't worry, we got our exercise in too on this trip. We hiked a few trails here, including the Prison Break Trail, which followed the fence for quite a while, making you feel like you were in prison. We also took advantage of having a nice bike trail run through the park as well. We rode on the Cedar Valley Bike Trail for a bit, which is a Rails to Trails project. It was a very well-maintained trail, and we rode by some lakes and even saw some deer very close by in the woods. Waterloo also has a big John Deere factory, as well as the John Deere Tractor and Engine Museum. The museum is free, and we had a fun time learning about the history of the company and checking out all kinds of tractors, old and new. One day we headed out of the Cedar Falls area towards the small town of Quasqueton. On the way there, we stopped in tiny Brandon, Iowa, which is home to what once was the world's largest frying pan. Now it is Iowa's largest frying pan, but it was a fun little stop anyway. When we got to Quasqueton, we drove a little outside of town to Cedar Rock State Park, which includes the Lowell and Agnes Walter Estate, a house built by architect Frank Lloyd Wright. The park offers a free tour of the estate, which of course we couldn't pass up. The house was incredible. The architecture was truly spectacular, and everything in the house was kept the way it was in the 1950s. Mr. Wright designed not only the house itself, but the interior as well, down to the furniture and glassware. It was so cool to tour this house, as well as the Wright-designed boathouse on the property. Afterwards, we headed to Independence, Iowa. This town had an awesome old downtown area, as well as a large mill that's been turned into an excellent museum. It showed the history of the mill and the products that were produced in this quaint little town. We explored the free museum and then enjoyed some pizza at Joe's Pizza in Independence. Overall, we enjoyed our stay in the Cedar Falls, Waterloo area. George Wyth Memorial State Park is an excellent park with a great campground and many things to do. It was a very cool stop on our trip. Hope you enjoyed.